Why, hello. Good morning and welcome to Tuesday in my kayak. Yep, here I am just casually looking for my previous life. It'll be there in a few weeks, surely. So, good morning, happy Tuesday. Please enjoy the Where's Wally pictures coming later. I might email you Christina's one because I still haven't managed to find her in the Where's Wally challenge that she sent, but it's quite brilliant. And then you can enjoy Amelia's because she went hundy. And it made me laugh. So anything that makes me laugh is a bonus. And then I'll throw in Khalid's dad joke because anyone who can send me a dad joke at midnight, it's a bonus. There's a couple of challenges that people have sent in late, and that's perfectly fine. You just send them in whenever you damn well want, because time and days, they mean nothing anymore. Just nothing. Did make my Danish pastry dough. That's quite exciting. So I'll be making some custard this morning, and then making some Danishes. I'm thinking raspberry and custard. Maybe some blueberry and custard. Possibly apricot. We shall see. We shall see indeed. Did manage to dye the hair. Missed a small segment right about here, but that's okay, I can live with that. Still a bit orange, but this morning we will wash it with a purple shampoo and we'll see what we can do. And then we're going to change the colour, hopefully. What am I doing? Touch fiberglass? Is that even a fit? I don't even know. Right, drama work. Because some of you, you know who you are, have asked about script writing. And I've gone backwards and forwards in my head about what we're going to do the script writing about and what format and that sort of thing. And I think what we'll do is we'll go back to the tried and tested one, where you're going to write about a famous New Zealander or an influential New Zealander and something that's happened in their life. So hi Jessica Buckham, nice to see you. If you've seen Jessica's script, this was from the same thing many moons ago, which was around Jean Batten and her learning to fly. And then we performed it, and it was on at the Greytown Little Theatre, and it was all kinds of brilliant. So we're going to go with that one. So all you need to do to start with is to find yourself an influential New Zealander. It can be anybody. It can be someone that everybody knows, like Kate Shepherd or Richie McCaw, or somebody that people don't really know, like Dr. Anne. Oh yeah, she was a nurse. She could have dobbed in Tito Gawaru. She didn't, but she could have. Maybe don't do Dr. Anne, because that's literally about all we know about her, but I really want to write a play about her. It would help to know more to start with, let's be perfectly frank, but why start with not a lot? Right, had some technical difficulties there. Mainly I should stop using items around my house as a tripod. Today's tripod is the deep freeze. Yeah, but then again we're presenting from a kayak inside a garage. Yes, my garage is carpeted. Fight me. Right, what was I saying before everything fell off? If you're wanting to get a jump on script writing, I would recommend going to the Dictionary of New Zealand Biography online. It's part of the Tiara website, and find yourself somebody interesting. If you don't know anybody interesting, you can by all means flick me an email and I'll throw some ideas at you. Just have some ideas of things that you find interesting, and I can find you some people that will line up with that. Manale feels weird. Bit like weird in a good way now, but it feels weird, but it's weird in a good way. So, Dictionary of New Zealand Biography online. I'll put the link in the description down below. I'm such a YouTuber. This is quality content that you all subscribe for. Speaking of subscribers, we're up to like 94 subscribers. And I know damn well there are people in the class who aren't watching the videos, let alone subscribing to the videos. So, hi to everybody that I don't teach, who is subscribed to my channel. God knows why. Anyway, So, Dictionary of New Zealand Biography online. The other link that I'm going to put in the email and in the description box down below is one for a writing workshop that a woman put out last week on writing in lockdown and the challenges and ways of dealing with that kind of stuff. Because at the moment we've got all this head stuff going on, and it can be quite difficult to be creative with all that head stuff going on. So, I'll put the link for that there because that's just a Facebook video. Yeah. The other things I would recommend doing, the Globe Theatre released at god awful o'clock this morning Hamlet on their YouTube channel, and that's streaming free for the next 2 weeks. And well as One Man, Two Governors will be there until Thursday, and that's very funny. And Shakespeare's Hamlet, also very funny. Jimmy, Now, this is one of those embarrassing situations that, of course, that we all know about because I do embarrassing situations well. So this is the performance of Hamlet where I met the guy from the Netherlands and we were engaged for three hours. It would help if I remembered his name. It began with an N. You know, that's basically all. Let's call him Neville. Let's not call him Neville. He was just awkwardly third wheeling. It was an English teacher from the Netherlands, and so we got along like a house on fire for 3 hours, concerning everybody else around me. But you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. But the embarrassing part of this situation was the guy who played Claudius is just, he's so good. James, or Jimmy as we called him, he rides one of those bikes that you fold up and you put in a suitcase and you take it on the tube. He's one of those people. The first words out of my mouth to him were, I love you. Yeah. But he's really great. You'll enjoy it. If you ever thought of Hamlet as being a funny play, which she said nobody ever, but Shakespeare's plays are all kind of humorous underneath, it's a really good interpretation, and a particularly good interpretation of his Claudius, because Claudius just comes across as being this exasperated stepfather, and you almost feel sympathy for him. Anyone who knows Claudius and knows the play of Hamlet and all of the things that Claudius does, you know that making someone feel sympathy to Claudius is actually really challenging. Recording in the garage is a really terrible idea because it's very echoey. However, fantastic idea. Yeah, my kayak. Yeah. Today's challenge. I don't know how this is going to go down, but I think it's great. You're going to make a zine, or a poem, or a book, or something about your experiences in lockdown. Shortly I'm going to show you and read you my zine. It's a full 7 pages long. You're going to love it. So just set you, and I'll put in at the end of this video some instructions about how to actually fold and make the little zines so that they can be on a piece of paper, and we can scan them and we can send them to each other. On that, if you would like a copy of my zine, I will send it to you. Oh yeah, because I can, is pretty much it. So if you flick me an email, I will send you a copy of my zine. If you don't have my email because you're one of the people that I don't actually teach, just drop a comment in the YouTube thingy below and we'll work out a way around it. If you would like me to post you a copy of my zine, because the post is still going, I looked this up, and I have a small selection of stamps, which means I can post things. So I'm going to post things. So if you're one of the people who email me first to say I want a paper copy of your zine, I will post it to you, providing I have your address. And you're in New Zealand, because that's what the stamps are good for. New Zealand. Yeah. Or if you live in Featherston, just give me your address because I can drive it there. Because leaving the house, I love leaving the house. I'm going to leave the house later on today and drop danishes off to people. Not really lots of people, just mainly you, Khalid, and your family. So, thinking we're going to go with the cashew-based dairy-free custard today. Yep. I think, unless I change my mind between now and after breakfast when I make the custard. But somewhere around lunchtime-ish, there'll be danishes arriving, probably. All right. That's basically now time for me to get out of my kayak and go and make breakfast, and then work towards dyeing this hair. Oh, the only other thing, if you would like to read more stories for Booktown, they're releasing them every couple of days. Booktown are going to get the newspaper in touch with us because they think it's a feel-good story, that you're also generous with your time and your creativity to read your stories out for small children. So if you haven't got that memo, or if you think it's too late, it's never too late. Find a children's storybook. If you don't have a children's storybook on hand, you can write one. You can do anything you like, really. And then just video yourself reading it. You can do the one that I did, which is basically hold the thing and be like, this is me reading a story. Or you can do the Georgia or the Jorga, or the Gorga, if you're the Gorja, whichever you want to call it, where the book's there and you're just reading while turning the pages. Either's fine, either's great, but they're going down really well with Booktown. Yeah. All right. Well, take care, everybody. I will see you on the flip side. I now need to iron my placemats. Yep, iron my placemats. I could be in my kayak, but instead I'm ironing my placemats. It's 7 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday because I'm learning the days of the week. Take care, everybody, and have a brilliant day. The sun is shining. There are some clouds. I would still like to present the weather. See, here's me presenting the weather. I can even see out a window that we have weather. Let me present the weather, TV1. Yes. Right, so you'll see the Zine challenge very shortly. You'll see the results of the Where's Wally challenge. And if you are wanting to get a wriggle on with script writing, there'll be a link for the Writing During the Apocalypse workshop, as well as for Tiara's Dictionary of New Zealand Biography online. Love you all. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and just continue being safe. And then all of this will be over. Okay? See you soon. Bye. Right, so here we are, recording a nice voiceover for what is potentially the 900th time. We're going to take a supermarket shopping bag and a sharp knife. This sharp knife, we are going to be very careful not to chop our fingers off because we've been through that and it's not a lot of fun. First of all, we're going to remove the little string bit from the bag because this is excess. Nobody needs this. Well, I mean, you need it for it to be a bag, but once it's no longer a bag and you're going to just take it apart, you don't need it at all. So remove that puppy. Make it go away. Yep, there it goes. Excess string, be gone. Right, so you can rip this extra little bit of cardboard off there because that just kills a little bit more time while you're in lockdown. Nobody needs these little cardboard shards. Look at that. Make it go away. Yes, so satisfying. Yes, such satisfying. Yes, making that go away. All be gone. Just like all the excess members of One Direction. Be gone, thought, be gone. Now with your scissors, you're going to chop down the side of the bag. Yep, just like this, using scissors like you've been doing since you were at primary school. Yep, get to the corner, turn that corner. Not rocket science. Here we go, we're slicing down the bag. We're slicing like this. You see, could have sped this up, didn't speed this up. Decided we'd do a voiceover. Let's see if the voiceover even works. Good times. We're still slicing towards the corner because we're trying to do this properly. Deep down, would like to have my own show on Food Channel. Why I'm telling you this while chopping the side off a paper bag, who knows? Who knows? Not really the quality content that you expect on the Food Channel as crafts, but then again, I am Nigella Lawson now. I've decided. Right, get rid of this excess bit of paper. You don't need it. Flatten this out because you've got nothing better to do. Now you're going to see it's roughly the size of an A4 piece of paper. Should have actually cut it to be an A4 piece of paper. That was my mistake. You should do that. Well, you don't actually need to. It just depends if you want to scan it. Right, fold it in half long ways, or skinny ways, so that you end up with one long, flat, rectangle shape. Yes, squish the little edges down there. Nice, very nice. Now fold it in half the other way. Look at that. Such folds. We've now folded into quarters. Now that's your mathematics lesson for the day. All sorted out. Yes. Now take your little flappy bit. Yep. And you're going to fold up just the top flappy bit over to your centre fold line. Look at that. You folded it, you're squooshing it. Try not to squish it with a nail that's only recently regrown because it feels weird. Like it feels so weird. There we go. Now we've got a little thing. Ooh, look at that. Now flip it over. Now flip your other little flappy bit.
Fold it over to your centre line, squish that little puppy down as well, yes. You're done with all the folding now. Well, the intense folding. You've got a little, ooh, concertina, yes. Open it up. Yeah, just like this, so much skill. Take it out of shot completely, because nobody needs to see this piece of paper. Right, fold it in half that ways. Now, while you're in half that ways, you're going to go from the centre fold line here, and you're going to go all the way down to this point here. Look at that, it's almost like I prepared this earlier. Now, you're going to take your pair of scissors, and you're going to cut down this line, very carefully, not taking your fingers off. You can have an adult to help you with this, but I'm an adult, and I've managed to do myself all sorts of injuries from scissors. Look at that, we got a hole in the middle of our piece of paper. Yes, now it's ruined! Anyway, fold it in half, skinny ways. Pick up your two edges and squish them together so that you form like a little cross thing. Now just shove all the bits around to make it look like a book. Do this off shot of the camera, then forget every now and again and put it back in shot, because none of you really needed to see these instructions. Right, so what do we have? We folded it, and we folded it some more, we've squished it some, and then let's demonstrate just so that you can see the bottom part of the book. Oh, such book, yes. Book. Very nice, yes.
My little book of apocalypse to-dos. Bake a cake. Bake a cake celebrating your cake. Learn to knit. Knit all the things. Dye your hair. Cut it off. In case of prolonged lockdown, rinse and repeat.